Hi everyone, I'm Pravin and I'm going to talk to you about road traffic deaths throughout the world. The United Nations has designated road safety as a sustainable development goal, and this idea encompasses a lot of issues. There are not many agencies that collect data on this topic. One of them is the World Health Organization, which has a detailed database on the occurrence of road traffic deaths, estimations of total population deaths, 100,000 population, estimation by region, and by type of road user. The World Health Organization also looks at developing an institutional framework to reduce the carnage on the roads, and has a long list of legislation at improving vehicle design and road user behavior. I have selected a few data sets from this to do this presentation. In major OECD countries, the data sets are quite complete, and it is possible to make accurate presentation. In this graph, we can see that four-wheeled vehicles are associated with more than 50% of deaths in a large number of OECD countries. The issue of road traffic deaths is an issue of the vehicle, its construction and design, the driver, behavior and understanding of road conditions at the time of the crash, and the road, the mechanics and dynamics of the road in question. Europe is different from other regions, hence the solution for reducing road traffic deaths in Europe will be different from other regions. This graph of the same countries as before shows a stratification of deaths according to the type of road users. The road users in question are drivers and passengers of four-wheeled vehicles, drivers and passengers of two-wheeled vehicles, cyclists, pedestrians, and other road users. It is clear that the dark blue line predominates. The dark blue line represents four-wheeled vehicles, and we can see that in 2016, four-wheeled vehicles caused the highest number of deaths in major economies. 6 out of the 16 countries had more than 50% of deaths from four-wheeled vehicles, and 10 of the 16 countries had more than 40% of deaths caused by four-wheeled vehicles. OECD countries are known for their completeness of the legislation, firmness of the enforcement. These countries have good roads, good road networks, and good vehicles, yet more than 50% of deaths occurred among four-wheeled vehicles. Why is this so? One reason would be related to the vehicle. The United States, the United Kingdom, Italy, and Germany are countries that manufacture vehicles, and as such, they tend to have a large number of vehicle registrations and vehicles running on their roads. In contrast, the Nordic countries like Finland, Norway, and Denmark have a lot lower vehicle registrations. Yet we know that more than 50% of deaths are due to these vehicles. Then what is the cause? We know that these countries have well-lit roads, paved high-quality roads with good post-crash support. Yet, a large number of people are losing their lives on these roads. This is an interactive graph of the road deaths occurring worldwide in 2019. The World Health Organization has classified the world according to alphabetical orders into these regions, which do not represent the geography that we know. Asia is somewhere there. I assume China is in the Western Pacific and India is in the Eastern Mediterranean along with Saudi Arabia. But nonetheless, this presentation is based on the data set, and in 2019, 1.282 million people died on the road. Although we talked about Europe for a long time, Europe has the lowest contribution of deaths. The major number of people who were killed on the roads came from Africa, Southeast Asia, and parts of the Western Pacific. This indicates that the burden of road deaths falls on low and middle income countries. This interactive graph animation shows a line plot of the total number of deaths by region from 2000 to 2019. It is possible to see on one screen the difference in trajectories between the various regions. Europe has shown the best improvement and has seen a consistent decline in the number of road deaths for over the past 2 decades. The Western Pacific and the Americas have been fluctuating up and down without major fluctuations. Africa has seen a consistent rise along with Southeast Asia. From 2013 onwards, these two regions contributed majorly to the increase in road deaths. What can be done to improve road safety in these areas? The United Nations has set safety standards for the design and construction of vehicles. There is legislation for seatbelt, front and rear, seatbelt anchorages, front impact protection, side impact protection, electronic stability control, pedestrian protection, child seats, and legislation for motorcycles, anti-lock braking systems. From this graph on motorcycle ABS systems, you can see that legislation has not been adopted equally throughout the world. Vehicle safety is crucial to the prevention of crashes, and progress with the uptake of these 8 priority standards has been limited. 40 countries have adopted all or 7 of these standards, and 11 countries have adopted 2 to 6 of the safety standards. An outstanding 124 countries have adopted only 1 safety standard or adopted no safety standard at all. If improvements are to be seen in the carnage on the roads throughout the world, adopting legislation for safe vehicles and safe driving is important. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I apologize for any inaccuracies. Thank you.